What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I guess, not that I really want to, because I think there's a lot to be excited about for Splinterlands from a game standpoint, but I'm going to put on my Papa Bear hat here, all right? Not just to be bearish, but just to share these numbers with you and get your opinion. If I am wrong, then please do let me know. But on the whole, these are numbers being shared either from the team directly or verified on the blockchain. So the main number here that I want to call out is the total supply of DEC on the listed on the team's website. And you can see here, this thing is massive. It's at 25 billion, almost 25.5 billion. Now, again, I'm going to trust their numbers here. I mean, they're listing it on the official site. My guess is 25 billion is how much has been printed in the entirety of DEC's existence, right? So when we talk about the fact that there's 4.6 billion left on Hive, I always make sure to tell you guys that that 4.6 billion is only accounting for what is on Hive. Now, here's the important thing, because I'm going to go to the rich list here. DEC cannot be burned, or at least I don't believe that it can be burned on other chains, right, in the way that it can be burned on Hive, mainly because the Splinterlands team has set up Hive wallets in order for these burn wallets on Hive is how I should have phrased that. They've set up these burn wallets on Hive in order to account for all the different things. You can see the largest one here is Null, and Null has 1.26 or 276 billion in it. Okay. Now, I know that there are other wallets out there. I believe the team set different wallets up for, when DEC batteries came out there. I think that went to a separate burn wallet. I think when energy purchases came out, that went to a separate wallet. So there's other things that aren't necessarily accounted for in Null. But if Splinter Cards and Peak D, or Peak Monsters, I should say, are pulling this data off of the blockchain, then we can clearly see where the largest amount or amounts of DEC are. And if this Null wallet is the largest burn wallet in terms of the total capacity of DEC that it has, 1.27 billion, I think we can safely say that none of the other burn wallets, even though they have some, are probably at this level, right? I don't think I've even seen any of them necessarily at the top of the top 200. But what's my point with all this? Well, I talk about the fact that there's a lot of DEC still out there on these other chains. So what is the implication then for DEC? Well, I don't think it's any surprise that we're seeing DEC manipulated so hard one way or another, because when you have like, we'll just say almost like 18, 19 billion DEC that's existing off chain and therefore being used to manipulate the price, it's not, it makes sense that DEC continues falling and we're at, 0.73. Again, I wouldn't be surprised even after land comes out. We're going to eat through a lot of that DEC. We're probably going to pull some DEC from the other chains back into Hive, burn that DEC or stake it on land, but there's still going to be billions, maybe even over 10 billion DEC out there. So again, I don't know if there's other burn wallets that I am unaware of, but I'm just trying to give more of a sobering reality on how long this battle with DEC might play out. Now, don't get me wrong. If people decide that they don't necessarily want to bring their DEC back into the ecosystem, right, then we'll start to see some arbitrage opportunities here. Because, for example, there will always be that incentive if people are buying and using DEC on Hive specifically. There will always be an arbitrage opportunity where somebody will want to say, hey, if DEC is going for 700 Splintoshis on Binance and 800 Splintoshis on Hive, it almost doesn't make sense for them not to pull that out, right? Not to pull that out, but to put it back in and then sell and make, whatever kind of profit off of that, right? So this is why DEC is such a murky thing for me. Obviously, I am excited about the fact that we've burned a good amount over the past couple of months here. with the Great Burning, with all the different DEC sinks that the team has implemented in. But ultimately, there's still a long way to go. And if we're going to trust the the number that's on the official site here, and I appreciate the team for listing this out, if it really is 25 billion and we've only burned 1.2 billion. Again, I can't imagine how long it's going to take to work through that other 20 billion. I mean, you think about land maxed out is supposed to use 7.5 billion, right? That's barely even a third of what we have here. So land on its own, you have your DEC LPs, right? And I'm sure there's just a lot of DEC that's probably sitting out on chain. Now, one thing that I'll have to do, and maybe somebody who has better experience checking wallets on these other chains, one thing that we'll need to double check is how much DEC is actually circulating versus how much is in maybe some of these bridge wallets, because that may count towards why this number is so high. And if that is the case, then I would be wrong, but I would still, but DEC would still be higher than what we're currently targeting, right? Total circulating is still, I don't think that there's any way that we've burned like 21 billion DEC in the lifetime of Splinterlands. I just don't think that we've had the volume for that. Now, again, if we have, I'd love to see where those burn wallets are. I'd love to see it on chain. I'm just not knowledgeable enough to dive deep into the blocks for either Hive, BNB, or ETH. Now, I have shared some of the, Etherscan or BSC scan data, and we've looked through that. But what we don't know is how much of that was actually created, for example, like on Hive, and then sent out to other chains. So that'll be something that I save for a separate video once I'm able to get a little bit more information on that, and I'll do a follow-up here. But just wanted to share where this data is. I mean, it's not even hiding. It's in plain sight. So, if we have burned more than that, that'd be awesome. And here's the thing. And this would just be some hopefully constructive criticism for this overall dashboard. If I am wrong, or if the data is set up in a way, or DEC set up in a way where those bridge wallets on BSC or the BNB chain and Ethereum are actually being included in this number. So, for example, what I'm trying to say here is they could have printed 10 billion DEC and put that into a bridge wallet on the BNB side. That's what I'm trying to get at. But that DEC is not necessarily in circulation. It's not actually 10 billion. It's just acting as a bridge wallet that counts towards this total supply. Well, then I really think we should change the total supply, because this, you look at 25 billion compared to how much we have circulating and how much may be circulating out there. And it just seems like, it's going to be endless. And we're going to go through these waves of major releases, right? Land 1.5, Rebellion, Land 1.6, 2.0, all these things over the next couple of years that will help to get rid of the DEC that we have, help to pull in a lot of the DEC from those other chains, but it could take a lot longer than what people are expecting. So that's just something I want to share with you guys. Let me know if you have any more information on that. Again, I'm trying to disclaim this by saying that I don't have all the information. I'm just sharing what is publicly available and trying to come to certain conclusions here, with the caveat that I don't know what I'm talking about. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, if you do have more information, please reach out or put something into the comments here. But I personally, as somebody who just likes digging into this stuff, would love to do a deeper dive into what the DEC picture looks like, rather than just looking at the burn wallets and then looking at the total supply as listed here officially on the site. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.